Our topics for this morning, we will have the laws of exponents, we will have the distributive property, the multiplying binomials and dividing polynomials by monomials. Okay? So we will finish all these topics this morning
Yes, sir.
para in the afternoon I'm gonna give you your online activity. Okay? Now let's begin with exponents. So this is the whole thing, by the way, section noble, kini siyang tanan, you call it a power of 5. So meaning 3 is not a power, 5 is not a power, the whole thing is the power. Okay? So what are the parts of a power? We have there the number 5, you call that the base. And how do you call number 3?
Exponent.
You call 3 the exponent. Okay? So take note, the whole thing is the power, 5 is the base, 3 is the exponent. Now take note, if I'm gonna be having like 125, 125 is written as 5 cube. Take note, 125 is equal to 5 cube. So the exponential form of 125 is 5 cube. So kini sila same or nag-meaning. Okay? Now, how do you read this one? So take note, 5 cube, by the way, is 5 times 5 times 5. Now, how do you read the first one? Kini siya section noble. How do you read this?
5 squared.
5
times
5 squared, correct, or the square of 5. What about the second one? How do you read this?
2 squared 3.
Okay, pwede po na
2 cube. 2 cube.
2 cube or the cube of 2. Or 2 to the exponent 3 is also correct. What about this? How do you read this one? That is read as
7 fourth.
7 raised to 4. Pwede po 7 raised to the exponent 4. Or if you want to use the word power, you should be using it this manner, the fourth power of 7. Okay? Now, your classmate said a while ago, sir, kanang 5 squared, sir, is 5 times 5. That's totally correct. When you say 2 cube, this means 2 times 2 times 2. Now, let's go on with negative numbers. Even exponents on negative integers. What if I'm gonna give you negative 7 squared? What's the result when you square negative 7? Diba negative 7 squared means negative 7 times negative 7. So how much is negative 7 times negative 7?
Positive 49.
Positive 49. Very good. What about this one? Negative 2 raised to 4. This means negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2.
Positive 16.
Positive 16 is also correct. What about this number? You have there negative 3 cube, which will give me negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3. What's the answer for this?
Negative 27.
Negative 27. What about the last one? Diba this is negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. What's the answer for this?
Negative 32.
Okay, let's make a general conclusion out of this. How do you describe the number 2 section noble? Is it even or is it odd? 2 and 4.
even, sir.
Even.
Even.
So take note over here, the exponents are even. And what have you noticed with the final answer? Is it positive or negative?
Positive, sir.
Positive. This one is also positive. What if the exponent is odd, like 3 and 5, and you have here a negative number? What's the final outcome?
Negative.
It's always negative. Okay? So take note, bisag pila pa na example, hatagan ta mo og negative 1 raised to 100. Pila may answer ani section noble? Is this positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. What if I'm gonna give you negative 1 raised to 203? Is this positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative. So the exponent will tell you if ever you're raising a negative number by an even exponent, it's always positive. If a negative number is raised to an odd exponent, it is always negative. Now, let's continue. Let's begin with the laws of exponents. Okay? Now, the first law is the product of powers. So if you multiply powers with the same base, take note, you copy the base and you'd add the exponents. This is an example. So take note, if I'm gonna be multiplying x raised to m and x raised to n, I simply copy the variable x, mo nang gikopya na ako, and I will add their exponents. That's how you multiply a power and another power. Oh, here's another example. Look at the example here. I copied the number 2 and I added 3 and 6, which gives me 2 raised to 9. And using your calculator, 2 raised to 9 means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 9 times na siya multiply. And you will get 512. Okay? Now, who can give me the answer for number 1?
The power of 8.
Okay, very good. So meaning I'm gonna be copying m. Yeah, human giadd si 5 ug 3, you'll get m raised to 8. What about the second item? Who can give me the answer for this item over here? Unsay buhato ninyo ni 7 ug ni 8? Do you add them? I-multiply.
Multiply, sir.
Okay, so take note, dili man na exponent sa 7 ug sa 8. Kung naagay number gaon na sa variables, you need to multiply that. So 7 times 6, and what do you do with 4 and 6?
Add.
I-add. So I'm gonna be multiplying 7 times 8 and copy the variable n, add 4 and 6. You will be getting how much for this?
56.
56 and
Power of
raised.
10.
Okay, very good.
To 10.
Mo ni answer na to. 7 times 8 is 56. You add 4 and 6 to get 10. You just simply copy the variable n. Okay? What about this one? Kini siya. What is 2 times negative 5?
Negative.
Negative
10.
10. Okay.
10.
What will you do with the variable a? Kopyahon ni, diba? So I have, this is now negative. Look at the solution. Gimultiply na ko si 2 ug negative 5. Gi-add si 5 ug si 2 for variable a. Sa variable b pod, gi-add si 2 ug si 3. I copied the variable b and I added 2 and 3. So, meaning, i-multiply na ako si 2 ug si negative 5, that will give us negative 10. Am I correct? Nya, gi-add ninyo ang 5 ug 2 sa sa exponent sa A, and sa exponent sa B, that is 2 plus 3. By the way, you don't need to show the solution ha. I'm just showing this para detailed siya. Pero as you go on, pwede ra jud mo diretso ging ani section noble. Ingani una na ninyo, i-multiply na ninyo. That's negative 10. Copy the variable a, i-add ang exponent sa a. Sa 5 plus 2 is 7. Nya human the variable b, you copy the variable b, you add the exponents of b, that is 5. So no need to show the solution for the adding, okay? Now let's have another example over here. What do you do with this, by the way, section noble? Do you
Multiply.
You copy the base. You copy the base. What's the base?
Copy the
Copy 2. And what will you do with the exponents? You add them. So meaning this is 2 raised to 5. Now what is 2 raised to 5? 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. That will give us 32. Section Noble, any questions about the first law of exponent? Nakasabot ra?
So, sir.
Okay, let's proceed, let's proceed, let's proceed. Any volunteer who would like to answer number 1?
Yeah.
Yes, go on, go on.
Copy the base 3. Na, 3 raised to 4.
Very good. You add 2 and 2 to get 4. And what is 3 raised to 4 equal to? 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. That will give us how much? 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. That will give us 81. Okay? Now let's have another example. This one. What will you do? Who can give me the answer for number 2? Any volunteer?
Sir,
Yes, go on. Go on.
A raised to 7.
Very good. Copy A, then you add the exponent. 5 plus 2 is
Add
7.
to
That's correct. That's
that's
correct. That's correct. Let's go to number 3. Any volunteer for number 3? Any volunteer for number 3?
Sir.
Yes, go on.
Copy to.
What will you do with 2 and
We
4?
one add
Do you add or do you
it, it
multiply?
multiply, sir.
Multiply. How much is
It,
this?
2
8.
times 4, 8,
Okay.
7, 9 raised to 9.
Very good. That's correct. So I will multiply. I will multiply 2 and 4 to get 8. Then you add the exponents 2 and 7 to get 9. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now let's proceed to number 4. I'm gonna give the answer nilang aniha, number 4. So copy the base. You add the exponents for s. That is 9. You copy the variable t. Add the exponents for t. That will give us 7. Okay? Now, let's proceed to the second rule. The second rule is what you call the quotient of powers. So, ganiha, product of powers, atong kiad ang exponents. Sa quotient of powers, ga-divide naman taan ni, atong isubtract ang exponents. Here's the rule. There you go. So, if I'm gonna be dividing these powers over here, I will simply subtract these two exponents. Mo ni siyang solution ako. So, to further explain this, let me give you examples. You have this example over here. So, you copy the base 2, kini siya, and then you subtract 6 and 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. Mo nang 2 raised to 4. Now, what is 2 raised to 4? That's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. You will get 16 for that. Now, let's go to the examples right away. Here you go. Example number 1. Unsay buhaton nako ni 15 ug ni 3?
Divide, sir.
O, pila man ang 15 divided by 3?
5.
5. So, I'll be writing 5 sa babaw ha. Sa babaw isuwat nato si 5. What about the variable a?
1, sir. A raised to 4.
What is 7 minus 3? That will give us 4. Correct. What about the variable b? O, pila maning exponents sa a minus? Again, how much?
3.
3. Okay,
3.
there you go. Amo ni answer na to sa number 1. Now, I'm gonna give you another example. Look at the second example. In our previous example, ang exponent sa babaw naasa is bigger. 7 is bigger than 3, 5 is bigger than 2. But look at my example here. So this case, I'm gonna be drawing a fraction bar for this. Okay? Now, let's divide. 40 divided by negative 5 is how much?
8.
What's the sign? Is it negative 8 or positive 8?
Positive 8.
40 divided by negative 5. Unlike signs,
Positive 8.
Negative 8.
negative 8 dapat. Unlike signs man na, regardless who's bigger, basta unlike signs, when you divide them, it's always negative. Now, you decide where to write the variable. How do I decide? Look at the exponent. Kung asa ang dako nga exponent, adto isuwat inyong variable. Now, asa isuwat si A, sa babaw or sa ubos?
Sa babaw, sir.
I will write A sa
Above.
babaw because the exponent above is bigger. Now, let's subtract 8 and 2. How much is that?
Raised to 6.
6. Okay. Now, look at the variable B. Asay mas dako nga exponent, babaw or ubos?
Ubos.
Babaw.
Sa ubos. Ang
Ubos.
variable B, ang ubos, mas dako si 8. Now, asa isuwat si B. Diri sa ubos na ko isuwat si B kay ang dako nga exponent naman sa ubos. Now, you subtract 8 and 4. How much is that?
4.
4. There you go. So, balik ha. Akong gisuwat si B sa ubos kay bigger man ang exponent sa ubos. Ang rule nato adto isuwat ang variable kung asa siya dako ang exponent. No, asa isuwat si variable C section noble?
Babaw,
Babaw.
sir.
Babaw. Pila exponent section noble? A minus na section noble.
Raised to 2.
Raised to
2.
Okay, there you go. Let's have another example. This one. Ato gyapon ni butangan og fraction bar section noble. Now, what is negative 24 divided by negative 6?
Positive 4.
Positive 4. Isuwat sa babaw. Now, asa isuwat ang variable A?
Sa ubos, sir.
Sa ubos. Very good. Now, i-minus ang exponents. How much do we get?
7, sir.
7. Now, unsay nabantayon ninyo sa variable B?
Same, sir.
Same. Kung
Same
this,
sila,
the
sir.
same gani na siya, i-cancel na nato. Di na masuwat sa variable B. Again, if they have the same exponent, you cancel it out. What about the variable C? Asa isuwat si variable C?
Babaw. Babaw.
O pila exponent sa sa C nato karon?
Raised to 5.
Raised to 5.
Sir.
Very good. O mo ni answer nato. So Kenisha, this is just a technique I use when I divide or use a quotient of powers. Is this clear, section noble?
Okay, sir.
Sige,
Okay,
let's
sir.
have more examples on this. Who can give me the answer for number 1? Asa man isuwat si S, babaw ubos?
Babaw,
Babaw,
sir.
sir.
Babaw, sir.
So meaning wala ko isuwat sa ubos ana. So ang tubag ra nako ana S raised to
8.
8. There you
To
go.
8.
So kung wala kay isuwat sa ubos nga letter, wala kay butang nga fraction bar. Let's go to number 2. What's the answer for number 2? Copy 3. Unsay buhaton ni 9 ug ni 5?
Minus.
Minus, sir.
4 lang.
Ay, sir.
Pila man ning 3 raised to 4. Ako na nang gihatag ganiha.
81, sir.
81. Very good. Now, let's have example number 3. Okay ni siya. Asa isuwat si variable S?
Babaw daw.
Babaw,
Babaw.
sir.
Pila
Babaw, sir.
i-minus ni pila?
8.
8. Asa isuwat si variable T?
Obos.
Sa ubos. I-minus ni siya section noble.
3.
3.
3 na lang.
There you go. O, ing ani ra ni ka-simple. Okay? Let's have the last number 4. What is 36 divided by 4?
9.
9. Asa isuwat si variable A?
Babaw.
Babaw. Pila exponent?
1.
Isuwat pa bang 1?
Dili, sir.
Dili na isuwat ang 1. Very good. Asa isuwat ang variable B? Babaw or ubos?
Sa ubos.
Ubos.
Sa
Boss.
ubos. Pila exponent section noble?
7.
7. Mo ni answer na to. Any questions about quotient of powers?
So far, sir.
Okay, let's continue. Next is rule number 3. The power of a power. I'm gonna give you the rule right away. Ing ani. Na ako'y usa ka variable, na ako'y exponent nya sa gawas ana na parenthesis na exponent. What do I do with that? I multiply the exponents. Again, kini siya usa ra ka variable, but I have two exponents involved. What do? I multiply them. Ganiha kay tagduha man to ka variables. Okay, kini usa ra man. Mo ni kalahian sa atong examples ganiha og karon. Now, this is our example. So, you copy 5, multiply the exponents, 3 times 2, it will be 5 raised to 6. Okay, let's have examples now. Who can give me the answer for this?
M raised to 15.
Very good. I-multiply ra jud na nako si 5 ug 3, I'll get 15. What about this one?
N raised 24.
Very good. 6 times 4, that will give me 24. Any questions to power of a power?
No, sir.
Okay, let's proceed to power of a product. So I have here na ako'y number or variables sulod sa parenthesis nya na ako'y exponent. What do? I distribute the exponent to the variables or the numbers mo nang ang x gi raised to n, ang y gi raised to n. I'm gonna give you an example right away. You have here the example. What do? I-distribute na ko si 2 ni A, i-distribute na ko si 2 ni B. Ing ana ra na siya ka-simple. Let's have more examples on this. Who can give me the answer for number 1?
N cube.
And N cube.
Very good. I-distribute na nato. Mao na yung answer. What about number 2? Sige.
3 raised A raised to 4. B raised to 4. C raised to 4.
Very good. Ang tanan ha apilon ang number 3 raised to 4, A raised to 4, B raised to 4, C raised to 4. Now my question is, what is 3 raised to 4? Ako na nagihatag gani ha, pila to years? 81. 81 ang mo ni answer nato. Okay? Now, let's have another one. Kini. Distribute. Who can give me the answer? Kini. Pila man ni siya, class?
2
2 raised to 5.
X.
Okay. Now,
X raised to 10.
very good. I-multiply na ako. I'm just gonna show the solution lang sa... Sorry. That's not 10. That's 5. Sorry for that. Eraser. Ako lang sa i-detail ang solution, ha? Then, I have y 3 times
Raised to 15.
5. 15. Correct. So, pila maning 2 raised to 5? That will give us 32.
32.
Ang inyong classmates, ingon 10, ang sa y kay 15. Any questions, please?
Answer.
Okay. Okay, let's continue. This one. This is now power of a quotient. This time, the divide ta nga na exponent sa gawas. So what do? I-distribute gihapon na siya. Very simple. Let's proceed to the example. Press ani. 2 raised to 3, 2 raised to 4, 3 raised to 4. I-simplify na, that's 16. I-simplify na, that's 81. Okay? Now, let's proceed to the more examples. I have here this one. Who can give me the answer for this? Section Noble, anyone?
A raised to 3.
Okay.
B raised 3. M raised to 3. And N raised to 3.
Very good. Ing anak na dyan na siya ka-simple. What about this one?
Cube. X cube.
8 squared.
Plus
Sunod.
X squared.
X squared. Sunod.
7 squared and
7
Y
squared.
squared.
Y
Y
squared.
squared.
Ato lang i-simplify ang mga square. Pila man sa 8 squared?
64.
64. Okay. What about 7 squared? 7 times 7.
49.
49. Y squared. Okay. What about this one over here? Pila man ni si negative 2 cube? Negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2.
Negative 8.
Negative 8. Diretso ta answer ha, section noble. What about 4 times 3?
A raised to 12.
Very good. Kini siya, what is 3 times 3 times 3?
27.
27. What about multiply that?
B raised to 6.
Okay, very good. 6. And lastly, pila exponent ni C?
9, sir.
9. Mo na, inganaon na siya basta power of a quotient. Now, let's have more examples. Sige. Any volunteer, give me the answer for this.
Answer ng A raised to 12.
A raised to 12 is correct. Multiply ni mo si 3 ug si 4, you'll get 12. What about this one? Pila exponent ni S, i-multiply, i-add.
Multiply, sir.
Multiply, you'll get how
Multiply.
much? How much? How much?
A is raised to 6.
Very good. What about
Then
T?
T raised to 12.
T raised to 12. That's correct. What about our next item, number 3? Any volunteer?
Answer 6.
Take note that is 2 cube. 2
Oh,
times 2 times
8. This is 8.
Okay. So take note, this is 8 already. What about this
8.
one? Akin eh.
A raised to
Oh,
6.
mo ni siya A raised to 6. So I have 8 A raised to 6. Okay? Number 4. Number 4. Negative 3 squared. What is negative 3 squared equal to?
Positive 9.
Positive 9. And then, ang exponent ni A, how much?
4.
4. Common answer na to. Okay? Let's go to number 5. Kini. O, pili answer ani section noble. I-distribute na na section noble.
A is
S
raised to 5.
raised to 5.
Then T raised to 5.
T raised to 5. Very good. And last item for our for the loss of exponents. This one. Sa S, pila exponent?
2, sir.
2. Ang T, pila exponent?
16.
16. Ang R, pila exponent?
8.
Ingana na siya ang mga loss of exponents. Any questions about the loss of exponents? Okay. Kung wala, let's go to the negative exponent rule. So when I say negative exponent rule, it's so simple. Kung nagay kay negative exponent, imo nang balihon ang numerator maadto sa denominator, ang denominator maadto sa numerator. Just like this. I'm gonna give more examples now. As you can see, tanawan ninyo dire. Kini siya, di ba over 1 manid, right? So, meaning, kining 5, negative 3, ibalhin ako sa ubos, ang 1 mabalin sa babaw. So, mo ng 1 over 5 cube, which is 1 over 125. Kini po siya class, kini, reciprocal anak niya, balin sa babaw, kini siya, gibalhin man ako sa ubos. So, it will give me 3 squared, which is 9. Let's have more examples on this para mas klaro. Kini. Unsay buhaton nako ani niya balihon ng duha, interchange ang numerator maadtos denominator, ang denominator maadtos numerator. So asa na ko isuwat si n, babaw ubos?
Babaw, sir.
Babaw,
Babaw.
sir.
Ang b asa isuwat?
Obos.
Ubos. And then mahimo na ng positive si 3. So mahimo na ning positive. Once imo nang i-interchange, you make it positive. O pilay final answer nato section noble. Distribute
N raised to 4.
n
N raised to 3.
3 b
B
raised.
raised to 3.
There you go. I-distribute ra nato. Let's have another example. Kini. Unsa gibuhaton nako aning duha bali. So unsa may baliktad ana section noble?
Ang 2y squared,
Ang
sir, babaw.
2y.
2y cube. Very
Oh, cube
good.
day.
Ang
2y cube.
unsa isot sa ubos?
5.
Ang 5x.
5x raised to 4.
Very good. And what will happen to negative 2?
Positive, sir.
Positive
2.
2. Okay. Now, ato i-distribute ang exponent. What is 2 squared? 2 squared is how much?
4.
4. Okay. What about the exponent of y?
6.
6. What about 5 squared? What is 5 squared? 5 times 5.
25.
25. What about the exponent of x?
8.
8. Very good. So take note ha, mao ni ato ang buhaton basta negative ang exponent. Atong i-interchange ang numerator o denominator. Let's have one more. One more. Who can give me unsay buhaton ane? You interchange. So what? Usa isuwat sa babaw?
2b
Cube.
Cube.
C.
C raised to 4.
What about sa denominator? What do you write?
3a squared.
Na akong butangan, what will happen to negative 3? It becomes
Positive.
positive 3. Okay, let's distribute. Pila man ang 2 cube? 2 times 2
8,
times,
sir.
very good, 8. Pila exponent ni B?
9.
9.
9. Pila exponent ni C?
12.
12. What about 3 cube? 3 times 3 times 3?
27.
27. Pila exponent ni A?
2.
6.
6.
6.
Okay. Mo na ni answer nato. Section Noble, any questions about this? Nakasabot ra Section Noble?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, there is what you call a zero exponent rule. Any number or any variable raised to 0 is always equal to 1. Look at this one. So, kana x raised to 0 is 1. 7 raised to 0 is 1. 10x raised to 0 is 1. I'm gonna give you more examples. There you go. 5 raised to 0 is 1. A raised to 0 is 1. 5a raised to 0 is 1. Kung exponent kay 0, it's always equal to 1. Who can give me the answer for this?
1, sir.
1. What about this one?
1 Japon, sir.
1. What about this one?
1.
1.
Yep.
I'm gonna give you this example. 3, yeah. Mn 0. Pili answer niyo section noble.
3 ra, sir.
3. So take note, wa man na maapil ang 3 sa 0, ang mn raman. So maura ni siya 1. 3 times 1, that's 3. Is this clear? So kung unsa rin nasa sulod sa parenthesis, maura siya E1. Kung wa siya maapil, di siya E0, E1. Is that clear, section noble? Okay. Now let's proceed to multiplying polynomials. Now, mag-una ta sa distributive. Kining distributive mo ni pinakasayon. Unsay buhaton aning distributive? Ako rang i-distribute. Pila man ning 5 times 7n.
35n.
35n. Pila maning 5 times negative 2?
Negative 10.
Negative 10. O, muna na yung answer na to, section noble. Now, let's have more examples on this. Number 2. O, multiply this one noble. Pila man ni? O, multiply 3 times 3. I know, 4 times 3, how much?
12.
12. Unsa gibuhaton sa exponents when I multiply t cubed and t squared?
1,
I-add.
Sir.
O, i-add. Pila
Add.
man ni siya?
5,
5.
5. Very
5.
good. O, i-distribute na po nato sa second. O, i-multiply si 4 ug si 2, how much?
8,
8. Pila exponent ni t?
3.
3.
4.
Oo,
4 sir, 4.
4 man
3,
kay
3 plus
1.
1, 4. Very good. Yeah, bring down the sign. Ako nang gi-bring down ang plus, gi-bring down ang minus. O, distribute. Pila man na section noble?
20.
20.
T.
Yeah, t.
3.
Oh, very
3.
good. Oh, mauna ni answer nato. Let's have another one. Kini. Oh, i-multiply na ko. Pila man ni i-distribute?
12.
12.
12,
R raised to 5.
raised to 5.
Very good. Ang S?
S raised to 5.
Raised to 5. Oh, distribute na po nato. Unsa may sign ani?
Negative.
O, negative. O, distribute. Pila?
18.
18. Yeah, na variables dili.
R.
Wala. Kopya ra na, no? Kung walay variables ang pikas o kopya ra ning r cube og s raised to 4. Is this clear?
Clear, sir.
Okay. Let's have another one. Kini. Anitas taas-taas. Sige, who can give me the answer for this? Negative times negative is how much?
Positive 12.
Positive 12. Very good. Pila exponent ni m?
7.
7. Wala may n, bring down n cube. Sunod, atong i-distribute. Multiply, pila man na?
Positive 24.
Positive 24 is correct. Pila exponent ni m?
3.
3. Kay 2 plus 1 is 3. Ang n?
5.
5.
5.
Okay. Distribute nato sa pinakalas. Negative times positive?
Negative 16.
Negative 16. Si m, pila exponent?
5.
5. Nya n, kopya. P, kopya. Ano? This is 2. O, any questions about the fourth example? Kasabot section noble?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's proceed to another example. Okay, who can give me the answer for this? Is it number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4?
May ka sa daw to, sir.
Balik ko na ako. Sige ka na. Don't worry,
Okay na, sir.
I'm gonna be giving you pictures on this. Ako na ning gi-save as picture. Ako isa later sa atong GC. Okay? Detailed ang solution ato niya. Let's have this one. Unsa may answer ani section noble?
Number 4, sir.
Number 4. Very good. Okay? What about this one? What's the answer for this? Sige. Kamoy pangitas tubag ana.
Number 3, sir.
Number 3. Any other answer? Number 3 mo tanan?
Number 4, sir.
Number 4. Ato i-show ang correct answer. It's number 1. I-show na tong solution, ha? I-multiply daw na ninyo section noble. Pila na next section noble? Negative 3x squared y raised to 5. Is this correct?
Yes, sir.
Multiply negative times negative, positive. Yeah, 3x raised to 4 y cube, right? Sunod, multiply na negative 6 x cube y raised to 4. So, si letter number 1, si number 1. So, careful lang mo, anak. Okay? Let's proceed to FOIL method. You still remember FOIL method? Ato lang ilailahon ang FOIL method ha. When I say F, it's the first term. The first term is simply y times y. What is y times y?
Y squared.
There you go, y squared. Sunod, unsa may FOIL method, unsa may O sa FOIL method? Ang O dira meaning outer, ang nas gawas. Okay? Ganiha, kay naato sa sulod, inner, the first term, the first terms, then the outer terms. Pila maning y times 7?
Y, 7Y.
7y. Dara ang atong kisunod. Okay? Don't worry, ako example sunod, isa na nakaagi. Inner terms is multiply. How much is 3 times y?
3Y.
3y. There you go. What about the last terms here?
Positive 21.
Positive 21. Then you combine like terms. Asa may like terms ani? Pila man na siya?
7Y. 10Y, sir.
Very good. Mo na answer na to. Now, let's have more examples, be. First, outer, inner, and last. Now, let's apply this over here. Let's multiply the first terms. Pila man na?
10x cubed. Ay, squared eh.
10x squared. Very good. Nya, human kini multiply dere. Pila man na? Mao man ni outer terms nato. So, mo ni
Positive 16.
positive 16x.
X.
Sunod, inner terms. Inner terms, pila man eh?
Positive 15x.
Positive 15x. Sunod, last terms.
Positive 24.
No, asa may parehas ana, pila man ni siya?
31x.
Positive 31x. Anya, i-bring down lang si 10x squared. I-bring down si positive 24. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Sectionable, nasabtan sectionable.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's proceed to another one. Kene, who can multiply? Give me the product of the first term.
2x squared.
2x squared. Good. Sunod, outer
Negative.
terms. Pila? Negative?
Negative 6x.
6x. Sunod, inner terms.
Negative 7x.
Okay, and lastly, the last terms. Pila man na?
Positive 21.
Positive 21 is
21.
correct. Sunod, kining last na tool nga, similar man na. Pila man yung negative 6 at negative 7?
Negative 13.
Very good. Negative 13x. Puros man negative. I-add. Bring down 2x squared. Bring down positive 21. Okay? Let's have more examples. Kini. First terms, multiplying.
X squared.
X squared. Outer terms, multiply.
Negative 10x.
Okay? Inner terms, multiply.
Positive x. 7x.
7x. And last terms, multiply.
Negative 70.
There you go. Unya, pila man ni siya i-combine kini?
Negative 3x.
Very good. Negative 3x. Bring down x squared. Bring down negative 70. Okay? Let's have one more. Let's have napakoy two examples ani. Last, second to the last na siya. Multiply ni nato. Pila man ni? Sige, buhaton sa exponents. Basta mag-multiply kag variables, you add. So, pila exponent ni x?
6.
6.
6.
X to the negative.
Sunod, pila na?
8x cubed.
Cube. Okay. Pila ni?
Negative 5x cubed.
Okay. Pila man ni? Last terms.
Negative 40.
Negative 40 is correct. Then, you combine these two, pila man ni siya?
Positive 3x cubed.
Okay. And then, bring down x raised to 6 ug negative 40. Now, let's have the last example. Kini. Multiply ni sectionable pila. Pila exponent?
Raised
8.
to 8.
8. Very good. What about this? Multiply.
Negative
Negative
8.
5x
Okay,
5.
very good. 5x raised to 5. Multiply.
Negative 2x cube.
Cube. Very good. Multiply.
Positive 10.
Positive 10.
Positive 10. Now, may question. Naabay makombine ana or wala?
Wala, sir.
Wala. Final answer na nato. Di man na para sa exponent ang 5 ug 3. So, dili pwede i-combine. Okay? Now, let's have the last topic for this morning. Division of polynomial by a monomial. So, atong exponents nga quotient rule, maapil na nato diri magamit. So, let's proceed to the examples right away. So, when I say divide this one, kining nasa babaw, i-divide na ko ani, ako nang tagsa-tagsaon. Kini, i-divide na ko ani. Kini, i-divide na ko ani. Kini, i-divide na pod na ko ana. Ang solution ana is this. So, let's apply dayon the laws of exponents. Okay? Now, 36, pwede man ta mag-cancellation ani sectionable. Ang 36 ug 3 pwede mag-cancel, diba? What will happen to 36? Mahimong
1.
12.
12.
No, mahimong 1. Now, asa isuwat si x?
Babaw, sir.
Babaw. Pila exponent ni x?
4.
4. Asa isuwat si y?
Babaw gyapon, sir.
Babaw gihapon. Pila exponent ni y?
Kanara si wire, sir.
Kanara
Kay
si
1
y.
man.
Okay. Bring down the negative sign. O, ang 9 ug ang 3, mahimo ning 3, mahimo ng 1. So, I have 3 here since 9 divided by 3 is 3. Where are we gonna write the variable x?
Babaw, sir.
Sa babaw. Unsay mahitabo ni y?
Cancel.
Cancel. Kay parehas. Okay. Now, this time, minus. What about 6 divided by 3?
2.
2. So, 2. Asa isuwat si x?
Sa ubo, sir.
Sa ubo. So, na ako'y over, write the variable x. Pila exponent ni x?
1.
1. So, ang y, unsay buhaton ni y? Copy.
Copy.
Okay. O, mo na ni-answer nato section noble. Nakasabot section noble?
Yes, sir.
Let's have more examples on this. Let's have more examples. Say, kini siya. Let's have this example. Ato lang ni i-detail ha. I'll have 16 hk raised to 4 divided by this. I'm gonna copy that. 4hk squared minus kini na pong ikaduha 28 hk over 4 hk squared minus kini na pong ikatulo 4h squared k squared over 4hk squared. Okay, let's begin with this. 16 divided by 4 is how much?
4.
4. What will happen to h?
Cancel.
Cancel h. Asa isuwat si k?
Sa babaw,
Sa
sir.
babaw. Pila exponent ni k?
2,
2. There you go. Sunod, minus 28 divided by 4.
7,
7. Unsay buhaton ni H? Cancel na pod.
cancel.
Asa isuwat si K?
Sa ubos.
Sa ubos. Minus ang exponent, that's 1. Minus 4 divided by 4, sir, that's cancel. What about h squared? Asa isuwat si h?
Sa babaw,
Sa
sir.
babaw. What will happen to k?
Cancel.
Cancel. O muna ni answer nato. Nakasabot section noble?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's have last example for our lesson this morning. So, akong i-detail ha. 30x cubed y z raised to 5 divided by negative 5xy z squared minus 15xy z squared divided by negative 5xy z squared. Okay. Pila maning 30 divided by negative 5?
Negative 6.
Negative 6. Asa isuwat si x?
Sa babaw, sir.
Babaw. Pila exponent?
2,
2. What will happen to y?
cancel.
Cancel. Ang z asa isuwat si z?
Sa babaw.
Babaw. Pila exponent?
3,
3. Now, what is negative divided by negative?
positive.
Positive.
Positive,
Now,
sir.
pila man ang 15 divided by 5?
3,
3. Unsay mahitabo ni xyz squared?
cancel, sir.
Cancel na. Same man na tanan. O mo na ni answer nato. Section noble, any